the Know-It-All Professorship. A few years ago, I got a new job title to add to my role as a professor of mathematics at the University of Oxford. It often makes me laugh. The Simony Professor for the Public Understanding of the Science. There seems to be a belief that with such a title, I should know it all. People ring me up expecting that I know the answers to every question of the science. Shortly after I have taken on the job, the Nobel Prize for the medicine was announced. A journalist called, hoping for an explanation of the breakthrough that was being rewarded. The discovery of telomeres. This is about genetics, right? Biology has never been my strong point, but I was sitting in front of my computer screen, and so I'm embarrassed to admit I got the Wikipedia page up on the telomeres, and after a quick scan, proceeded to explain the authoritatively that they are the bit of the genetic code at the end of our chromosomes that controls aging amongst other things, right? The technology we have at our fingertips has increased that sense that we have the potential to know anything. Just tap my question into the search engine and the device seems to predict, even before I've finished typing, what it is I want to know, and provides a list of places to find the answer. But understanding is different from a list of facts. Yes. Is it possible for any scientist to know it all? To know how to solve non-linear partial difference equations? To know how SU3 governs the connection between the fundamental particles? To know how the cosmological inflation gives rise to the state of the universe? To know how to solve Einstein's equation of general relativity or Schrödinger's wave equations? To know how the neurons and synapses trigger thought? Newton, Leibniz, and Galileo were perhaps the last scientists to know all that was known. Wow. I must admit that the arrogance of youth infused me with the belief that I could understand anything that was known. If someone's human brain out there has found a way to navigate a path to new knowledge, then if the proof works in their brain, it should work in mine. This is how use people, right? Including me. With enough time, I thought I could crack the mysteries of the mathematics and the universe, or at least master the current lie of the land. But increasingly, I am beginning to question that belief, to worry that some things will forever remain beyond my reach. Often my brain struggles to navigate the science we currently know. Time is running out to know it all, right? My own mathematical research is already pushing the limits of what my human beings feels capable of understanding. I have been working for over 10 years on a conjecture that remains stubbornly resistant to my attempts to crack it. But my new role as a professor for the public understanding of the science has pushed me outside the comfort zone of mathematics into the messy concept of the neuroscience, the sleepy ideas of philosophy, the unfounded theories of physics. It has required a different way of thinking that is alien to my mathematical mode of the thought, which deals in certainties, proofs, and precisions. My attempts to understand everything that is currently regarded as scientific knowledge has severely tested the limits of my own ability to understand. The process of attaining the knowledge necessarily relies on our standing on the shoulder of giants. Yes, the process of attaining a knowledge necessarily relies on our standing on the shoulder of giants, as Newton famously declared about his own breakthroughs. Also, so my own journey to the edge of knowledge has involved reading how others have articulated the current state of knowledge, listening to the lectures and seminars by those immersed in the field I'm trying to understand, talking to those pushing the boundaries, questioning the contradictory stories, consulting the evidence and data recorded in the scientific journals that support a theory, even at time looking up an idea on Wikipedia. Also, we teach students to question any information that pops up from the Google search. Research have revealed that Wikipedia's account of topics at the less controversial end of the scientific spectrum, like the theory of general relativity, are regarded as on a par with account in the scientific literature. Choose a more contested issue like climate change, and the content might depend on what day you look because of the Google engine, right? This raises the question of how much can you trust any of these stories. Just because the scientific community accepts a story as a current best fit, this doesn't mean it is true. Right, you are right. Time and again, history reveals the opposite to be the case, and this must have acted as a warning that current scientific knowledge is provisional. Mathematics perhaps has a slightly different quality, as I will discuss in the final two chapters. Mathematical proof provides the chance to establish a more permanent state of the knowledge, but it's worth nothing. I'm sorry. But it's worth noting that even when I am creating new mathematics, I will often quote results by fellow mathematicians whose proofs I won't have checked myself. To do so would mean learning in order to keep still. And for any scientist, the real challenge is not to stay within the secure garden of the known, but to venture out into the wilds of the unknown. Yes, because this is how our study works. The study is the action that you find out the unknown, It's not solving pre-existed questions. No. This is not about the study. What the study is to finding out, to discover unsolved things. That is a challenge at the heart of this book.